Good evening. The death toll from catastrophic flooding and landslides in Southeast Asia has climbed to above 1,300 people, with emergency crews racing to reach survivors of the deluge. As we go to air, nearly 1,000 people are still missing and more than 1 million have been displaced. Our international correspondents are in some of the worst affected areas for us tonight. Claudia Farhat joins us from the Piti Jaya district of Sumatra, and Aaron Fernandez is in Colombo. We'll get the latest from Sri Lanka shortly, but first let's go to Claudia. Good evening, Claudia. Indonesia has experienced the highest number of deaths from this disaster so far, over 750 lives lost. Almost as many people remain missing, but how are people dealing with the devastating scale of this where you are?
In a word, Janice, they are exhausted. I was speaking with one man today who said that he and his children spent more than 20 hours on the roof of their home during the storm last week, waiting to be rescued. When they finally got to them, he said they felt like they were starving because they didn't have any food or water up there, but then they had to wait another 2 days for aid to be brought in. And it's just been relentless ever since, in every sense, for these communities. They have lost people. They're still missing people. Every day they have to ration their basic supplies. Every night they have to find somewhere safe to sleep. And they're now dealing with the physical labour of trying to get back into what's left of their homes, if anything, and start clearing out metres and metres of mud. In West Sumatra's villages flattened by floods and landslides, the clean-up begins. Survivors struggling to come to terms with the scale of the destruction and of their loss. 57-year-old Abdul Ghani has already lost his home. Now he fears he's lost his wife. Still desperately searching for her 1 week on.
Saya ni hidup sebatang kara lagi, Pak. Punya isteri nak, punya anak.
The once green farming village of Sikumbang, now a muddy wasteland. Last week, torrential rains triggered by cyclone Senya, wiping out entire neighbourhoods.
Airnya datang di sana, Bang. Menuju arah sini. Awalnya dia belum langsung ke sini. Ke sana dulu. Ke sana dulu. Setelah ke sana penuh, baru dia langsung ke sini.
Rescuers are still struggling to access remote villages on the island. Roads washed out and bridges collapsed. Indonesia's Disaster Management Agency says about 1.2 million people are now homeless. Now, when the sun sets over Sumatra, hundreds of thousands of families face a dark new reality. Displaced, surrounded by mud, living off the little food trickling in. This community waited 3 days for aid to be delivered after the landslides, and when it came, it was all dropped here, so this is now turned into a communal kitchen. Some people are telling us they're walking 5 kilometres here and 5 kilometres back every day just to reach this food, but they say they keep doing it because they don't know how long it's going to last and how long it's going to be until the next aid delivery comes. Local women, themselves displaced, have taken on the cooking duties for the community. They're grateful for what they've received, but they need a lot more.
Sedangkan di lokasi kami di sini belum ada MCK-nya, belum ada tenda untuk tempat berteduh malam, tempat beristirahat, tempat beribadat. Jadi kami sangat butuh pertolongan untuk warga kami di sini.
Here, the men sleep in one tent, the women in another. Every night, 20 people crammed into these small spaces. No bedding or mattresses in sight.
Nggak ada selimut nggak ada. Nggak. Kami kalau malam ronda ada maling masuk ke tempat kami.
After losing almost everything, still under threat. In Piti Jaya, Claudia Farhat, SBS World News.